Okay, tell me, it's been a long time between drinks.
It has, guys. I've missed you.
How's pre-season been going?
Very good. Yeah, no, they've been terrific. I've had a really strong camp recently. We're at Tenerife for 10 days and a lot of work. Get a lot of work done there, a lot of quality work, both in physical terms but also rugby preparation. And yeah, there was a really good focus on that. And yeah, a lot done there. And you know, they've been working hard prior to the camp as well, and they're in good shape, probably as good a shape as I think we've started a season before.
Well, I was talking to Ryan Atkins before, and he said it's the best pre-season he's ever done at the club.
I think so, yeah. The progress is there, and you know, the shape that they're all in, and their body fats, and you know, they're taking care of themselves a whole lot more probably than what they've ever done before, as well as, you know, really knuckle down to some tough work as well as quality work with JC and Ben Sterling. So, yeah, no, all credit to them. They've been terrific so far.
So how are the new lads bedding in?
Yeah, good, very good. They've been excellent for us, for all different reasons, but most important, they're all good guys, and they've fitted in really well. You know, Coop's coming back to us, Warrington boy, Matty Blythe coming back to us, Warrington boy, Andre Savelio, Warrington boy. 3 out of our 4 new recruits are Warrington lads, so we're delighted about that. It wasn't done just for those reasons, but it's always nice to, you know, bring the home boys back again.
They have extra pride in the shirt.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there is, and that extra determination. I think everybody else is, you know, that's not from Warrington are, you know, devoted to the campaign as well. But I think having that little extra bit, but can inspire some. But it's just worked out that way. But Kevin Brown, you know, coming in has been terrific for us as well. He's been really, you know, professional, steady in terms of he's not erratic, and you know, he's more than steady on the park though. He thinks very quickly, and yeah, I think he's going to add a whole lot to our attack in particular. And
there were a few raised eyebrows at the time that the signing was made because of his age and things like that.
Yeah.
It came as a surprise to everyone as well.
Well, us too. He was under contract, and you know, when he saw there was an available spot for, you know, in the halfback area, and obviously when it broke about Chrissy not returning, I think we had you know, contact from a lot of people that were making themselves available one way or another, and you know, which was great. You know, we were you know, probably initially thought that it was going to be hard to replace, but it was quite the opposite. There was quite a selection of people that made themselves available or showed some interest in coming to us. So that Kev was the right fit for us, and you know, he's a quality player. You know, you saw that he's still representing England and getting picked as one of the best halfbacks in the country, and he's also probably not been in the strongest teams, and he's carried some of those teams at certain times. I know on his days he's been our nemesis against Widnes on a few occasions when he's just run the whole show, kicked us to death, as well as some of his passing game, and that's what he can do. But you know, and no disrespect to Widnes whatsoever, but I think he's come to a club with that has probably got a little bit more depth across the board, and I think he sees it as an opportunity to get some silverware maybe before he finishes, and I'd like to think in his 3 years that he's going to be here that he'll get a taste of that, and plenty of it if he does his bit and we all do our bit as well. So you know, I think he comes to us for the right reasons and the right desires, and he brings some consistency with him as well, and I think we probably lacked that at times last year, and even though we were ever so close, with a little bit more consistency, I think it'll help us, you know, in the long run.
Have you got over the disappointment of the Chris Sandow affair and how it all happened now?
Oh, there was no disappointment. The only part is probably in the manner in which it was done.
Yeah.
I had Chrissy have come to me before he left and said, you know, hey, I'm not sure if I want to come back for next year. I would have went, happy days and on your way, son. So it was more that he left it, late in the campaign. And I thought at the time maybe difficult to replace that spot with the right person, but far from it.
Less grey hairs, I've seen you quoted.
Wow. Wow, there'll be less grey hairs and less worries about, all sorts of stuff. But hey, listen, we knew we were getting a radical little bloke, both on and off the field last year. That he's had incidents that have happened over the years and hasn't been the complete angel on or off the field. So we knew we were entering into a bit of that. We felt we needed to take that risk. Fortunately, it didn't hurt us too much in terms of big incidents off the field. There's probably bits and bobs that we didn't like about some of the off-field behaviour at times, but nothing of a major consequence come from it. Since he's got back, he's made the headlines a few times over there. Fortunately, he didn't make the headlines too much here. At times, I've got to say, he was almost untouchable, or the best player in Super League for a handful of games at the start of last year. He was something that, other people couldn't do. He could do it. And after that, he probably got a bit complacent, a bit lazy and a bit inconsistent. So, they're not ingredients that you necessarily want to have within your club. Huge disappointment, no, or coming to terms with it, no. It was fine, and it's worked out for the best.
Completely different sort of player in Kevin Brown.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. Some of that attacking flair still, and but better communicator all round, both on and off the field, and more committed person to what we're about here. A lot more steady off the field, and good leader, very good leader. He's been a captain of his club in a couple of clubs that he's played for, so he knows what it's needed at what time, within our ranks in terms of leadership and what to say and how to behave, and he knows right from wrong, and he's a good family man, and brings a whole lot of attributes to us that you desire within a sporting team. So I've loved working with him. I find him very, very receptive to ideas, and he's also a good contributor. He's vocal, and he's happy to share in his experiences and his ideas as well, which really appeals to me.
Talking of leaders there, your club captain, Chris Hill, he's not going to be ready for the start of the season after his shoulder operation. Have you thought about who'll be leading on the pitch?
Oh, we've got any number of people, I could rattle off 4 or 5 if you want, but, that who knows, but we've got some good leaders, and Kurt's a terrific leader, and so's Ash, and so's Mike Cooper, and, there's another younger guy, but I think he shows a lot of leadership qualities, is Jack Hughes. He's a future possible captain of the club as well. We've got other experienced people out there as well that have to show some leadership at times. So, who the little C neck goes next to is really unimportant in terms of it needs to be a group of leaders need to be on the park, and at times that can be various people. So we'll find somebody to put the little C next to on game day, yeah, for sure. Are there any other players who won't be ready for the start of the season? Strike that. That's a Stefan. Stefan is about the same time as Hilly. First couple of rounds they'll miss Stefan and Hilly. Obviously Ben Curry won't be until June, around that sort of time. And Kev Penny's had a little complication with his ankle operation, and he's had to go in and have a little something unusual that's occurred within his blood supply within his ankle, and he's had to have that that little operation. I think that'll set him back a few weeks, so he'll probably miss the first 3 or 4 games of the season, if I'm correct. Right. Okay. Thanks for your time, Tony, and I look forward to catching up with you more often during the season. That'd be great, guys.